Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Two things I want to address really quick. Yes, my hair is wet, more on that in a second. And second of all, if my video looks and sounds a bit different, it's actually because my husband gave me my Christmas present early. So he actually got me a Samsung NX Mini. So I'm using this to film now. So this is my first video using it out. This is my first time actually trying it out. Probably should have tested it beforehand, but it is what it is. So I've actually got like a little viewfinder above now. It's one of the ones that it's like on the back of the camera, but you can flip it up. So I have actually got a viewfinder now. But yeah, framing is a little bit weird. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do things. So like, ignore that stuff there. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do things, set things up and all of that jazz. So you're probably going to see me adjusting things a little bit in this video. But yeah, the way that the like lenses and stuff, it doesn't zoom. So I have to like have the camera so close and then trying to figure out framing and stuff. It's kind of difficult, and this camera also autofocuses as well, so I can come up to like here and hopefully still be in focus, and then I can go back here and hopefully still be in focus. So yeah, I've actually got a camera that is suitable. I mean, the last one that I was using is this one by Nikon. It's a Nikon D7-100, so it's still a good camera. It's like a full-on DSLR camera. And I just use this lens. I have no idea what this lens is. It's just a kit lens, but it didn't autofocus, and well, when I was filming anyway, and I couldn't see what I was doing. So yeah, he got me this and let me have it early for Christmas. So if you notice I'm looking up here a lot, I'm looking at my viewfinder. I don't think that looks that different though, does it? Yeah, you can notice that. Yeah, so I got a new camera. Anyway, today is the day for Glossybox. So I have got my Glossybox here. Also, my camera is pink and it's like a little bit darker. But yeah, so I got my Glossybox here today. As always, I have looked into this box to see kind of what I need to do beforehand, so that I'm not like doing my full face of makeup on camera. It saves me a little bit of time, and it's a good thing that I did do that today because my hair is wet for a reason. So, got my box, and that wasn't that great today. I hit everything on the way down. So as usual, it comes with a little like pamphlet thingy of what's in here, so I'll get back into that later on. And then inside the box you just got this, so let's do the usual, pull that back. I always struggle with this tissue paper, and this is what the box looks like inside today. So got a few things in here, so let's just batter straight in. And the first thing in the box today is actually the thing I'm using for my hair, and it is this. So this is an argan oil repairing deep conditioner, strengthens and restores dry, damaged hair. Now I obviously colour my hair. I bleach my hair quite a bit. Not quite a bit, I mainly just bleach my roots, but I always am looking for like hair masks and stuff that are good, even though I never really use them. And this is actually a colour safe formula, so quite happy about that. Ignore the fact that my thumb and finger haven't got nails on, they pinged off, and these ones are still on, so yeah. So yeah, essentially in the back of this it says the deep conditioner is a super strengthening, hydrating treatment that will repair the look of dry, damaged and over-processed hair, formulated with organic argan oil unique to Morocco to help reduce split ends and leave the most damaged hair soft and nourished. The directions are massage into clean, wet hair and focus on damaged areas, leave on for up to 10 minutes and rinse well. Each packet contains 2 to 3 uses. So that's pretty good. So my ends are the most damaged bit of my hair. Up here is actually still very natural, and like, I mean, obviously there's bleached up here, but it's been bleached nowhere near as many times as here. Can I just say as well, this camera really makes the blue and the pink pop. Like my ends are looking very bluey purple, but it's still making the colours pop, so I'm really liking that. Yeah, so anyway, my hair is damaged, especially on the ends, and actually when I washed it, I didn't put conditioner through it. So this is my hair completely unconditioned. It doesn't look too bad on the top, but on the bottom you can see like they're quite crispy almost looking, like quite tangled and things like that. So I'm gonna be putting that in shortly just to see how that goes, but that's the first thing in this box this week. The next thing I want to grab is, I think, what the start of this box is this week, and it is this little bad boy. So this is a LA Splash Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, and I love the packaging. Oh my god, I can do this now. There's the camera, hi. Yeah, so here's the packaging. I see the issue now, the reflections, but it looks so cute. And look, I did that with autofocus. I'm so excited. So you take it out of the packaging and you have this really nice black packaging on the inside. This is a really pretty like looking palette. The packaging is cardboard, but that's fine. And on the inside, get rid of that. On the inside, the shadows just look like this. There's my camera again. And the shadows just look like this. So this is quite a nice looking palette. It's like quite an everyday sort of thing. You could really do a lot of neutral autumny looks with this as well. And I reckon that's why they put that in here, for like more autumn vibes. So I like the fact there's such a dark matte black. There's a dark matte brown, some shimmers and a couple transition shades in there. So I'm really excited for this. Yeah, I'm quite excited. And the names are quite cute as well. I like that. I said in my last video, didn't I, that I wanted an eyeshadow palette or something? So yeah, I'm excited and I'm looking forward to that, because this is the first like proper makeup thing that I was wanting in these boxes when I signed up for it. It's the first one that we actually had. So like that. The next thing I'm gonna grab is this. So this is a clay face mask by the looks of things. The lid wasn't on properly, but that's fine. It's got foil, so thank God for that. So this is ultraviolet brightening purple clay mask. So yes. To use, apply an even layer to clean dry skin. Wait approximately 10 minutes or until the mask starts to tighten. Use water to gently rinse off your mask in circular motions, then lightly pat your skin dry. So this would be quite handy because my skin, you can probably tell, is quite bad and it needs a bit of brightening, and you can never go wrong with a mask. It doesn't really say too much what this does, so I'm gonna have to check the leaflet later on to like see the claims, apart from it being a brightening purple clay mask. I want to see what this smells like. Doesn't really smell like anything. I think it just smells like clay, and you can kind of see like it's like a greyish purple colour. So we'll be trying that soon as well. Next thing is here. So this is a Purple Moonstone Glitter Gel Mask. So another mask. I don't know if I should use both today or not then, because you normally don't mix masks, do you? Like, so I might not do that, but that's what this one looks like. I love the autofocus. It's so handy. Right, so this one is use this hydrating mask to help leave your skin looking radiant, containing skin conditioning, caffeine, and cleansed charcoal powder. It will help you rejuvenate and revive the skin. Enriched with moonstone extract and glitter particles to help leave your skin feeling fresh and bright. So it says it has sodium hyaluronate. I don't know. Charcoal powder, moonstone extract, and caffeine. Simply cleanse your face with warm water and pat dry. Apply the mask with your fingertips, leave for 15 minutes and rinse off with warm water and gently pat dry. Dispose of packaging responsibly. So I think I'm going to use this actually tonight maybe, or just later on. I'm not going to use this in this video today because I've already got another mask to try. They seem to do this a lot. They seem to put two of similar products in the boxes, and I'm not too happy with that. I'm so excited there's no eye cream in it this time, because I think the last 3 boxes have had some sort of like under eye cream. So I'm glad there's no eye cream and there's no moisturiser. I was sick of them at this point, but 2 masks is like another repeating thing, and it's kind of not annoying me, but I just wish there's more variety in there. Like, give me a mascara, or give me like, I don't know, I like that there's a hair mask in there, but give me 2 face masks as well is a little bit like, that's 3 masks essentially they've given me, and I'm not impressed with that. The last thing in here is this little Spectrum brush. I've never used Spectrum brushes before, and I've always wanted to, because especially Sophie Does Life, she's always said that they're quite good. So I would like to try this out as quickly as possible. The packaging's really cute as well, like little star. And this is the B07 Tall Crease Blender. So that's just what this looks like here. It's just like a really fluffy crease blending brush. So that actually looks quite nice to fit in my eye. Because I have quite small eyes, as well as hooded eyes and all that jazz, I do sometimes find it hard to find brushes to fit into my eye shape. But this actually seems like it's a good like size comparison. And it just has the Spectrum on the handle here. So I'm quite excited about that. I finally got a brush in here. Like, when I signed up for this box, I wanted brushes and I wanted makeup. I didn't really want skincare. And so far a lot of the boxes have been skincare, so I'm glad we finally got a brush at least. Wish there was a few more brushes, like maybe a set of 3, that would be quite nice. But beggars can't be choosers, so I'm happy I've got that anyway. Okay, so first off, I think I'm just gonna go in with the Argan Oil hair mask and put that on first, since my hair is pretty much dry at this point. I didn't really think about the fact that I'm wearing a jumper, so I'm gonna quickly put a towel around my shoulders. And I've also got to like rinse out this Argan Oil stuff with a hooded, like a fluffy jumper on, so I'm probably gonna take my jumper off first. Oh, this smells nice. What does that smell like? Oh, I can't think of what that smells like. It smells a bit like a tattoo balm that I use. I use a tattoo balm called El Gato Negro, and it's like a all-natural cocoa butter balm thing. And it smells like that, but mixed with like lemon. It says you can get 2 to 3 uses out of this thing, so I don't want to like use too much. I think I'm just going to separate my hair into like 2 sections and then use maybe this much on one side. I'm just gonna like put it between my hands. It is a hair mask, so you do kind of want to use like a lot, but like not too much, you know. This smells so good. My hair is so damaged though that, especially when I don't condition my hair, a lot of it does fall out in my hands. I get quite a bit of like hair falling out more than usual, I'd say, which isn't good, but I've kind of done the damage now anyway, and it's not like it snaps off, it just kind of falls out. Trying to get it all on my earrings. This does smell really good though. It smells just like really nice lemony, like it smells sweet. I really like the smell of it actually. Okay, now that it's off from like my shoulder area, I don't really care about the towel too much. And I'm just gonna shove this like really haphazardly up into a ponytail. Look at my roots, they're so bad. I have got a hair video coming up soon. Obviously I haven't filmed it yet, otherwise my hair wouldn't be looking this terrible, but yeah, I do have a hair video coming soon. Look at how much this has grown out, by the way. Like, from when I first started my channel, this part was like pretty, like, short still, and now my hair has grown out so much, and I don't know what the hell to do with my side shave. It's just ridiculous, and I'm not shaving it again, I'm trying to grow it out. I love my side shave, but it's always the growing out bit that just makes me almost regret doing it, you know? I also wish that they gave you this in like a resealable packet, because now that I've like ripped this open, it says it's 2 to 3 uses. So either put it in like one, like in a one-use packet, or, you know, give me like a resealable packet, because how am I meant to store this now? Doesn't really make much sense. I wish it gave me in like a little Ziploc thing. Okay, and next is for the clay mask. I'm just gonna put this all over my face. It's a bit like, it feels, when I squeeze it out, it almost came out a little bit liquidy. I'm trying to use the viewfinder here as a mirror, but it's probably not a good idea. Let's get an actual mirror. Like, I feel like now that I have the viewfinder, I'm gonna be trying to use it for everything. And that's just not how things work, is it? Let's be honest. But it's gonna be so much easier. Well, maybe a bit tricky still, but it's gonna be so much easier to like film tutorials and stuff where I can actually just autofocus things, and even just like showing you the product, like doing this, that probably not isn't helping, but you know what I mean? Like, showing you the products a minute ago was so easy to do. I don't need to like fanny around trying to change focus and stuff, because that's why I don't do it. That's why I don't typically show products up close, because I couldn't before. It was just so much hassle, and it's not easy to do when you don't have a viewfinder and you don't have autofocus. This also smells like, I don't know if you'll even be able to relate to this, but where I used to live in England, there was a shop that used to sell like incense and just kind of like things that you'd kind of think of as weird, like not, oh my god, I just caught myself there, like kind of more emo-y gothy stuff. Like, you'd always go in there and there'll be like dragon statues and stuff, like stuff that I like but other people might consider being weird, and they'd sell like alternative stuff, they'd sell like badges, and yeah, just like not regular high street stuff. And because of all the incense in there and all the candles and stuff in there, it would always just smell like really fragranced, like mixed fragrances. And that's kind of what this mask smells like. Do you know what shop I'm on about? Like, do you have any idea? If you do, like, let me know if you have one of them near you, because I had like 2 of them like right opposite each other where I used to live. So for me, it was kind of normal seeing them there, and I used to actually go in there all the time with my friends because I was edgy. But yeah, like, I don't know if everyone has them. Wow, don't I look cute? It is already drying, which is very, very quickly. Like, I had a clay mask before, I have no idea where it is, but it didn't dry nearly this quickly. You can see already like the white bits. That's where it's pretty much dried, and on my hands, like, I've kind of got bits that have dried and some bits that haven't. So like, it's dried a lot. Like, here is dry, or my mouth and stuff. Like, all of that place is dried already. So this is very, very quickly drying, which I reckon that'd be quite good for if you maybe don't have a lot of time for skincare, or just quite lazy like me, and you don't really have time to put things on and sit and wait for like 20 minutes for it to even like dry a little bit before you can wash it off. Oh my god. I was just looking at the leaflet thing, because this usually gives you like, this sometimes give you a quick sneak preview of some of the stuff that's going to be in the next month's box. So like, I kind of had a suspicion that there'll be an eyeshadow palette in this one. On the back of it, there's a picture of an eye serum. So you know how I was just saying I don't want any more eye masks? There's going to be another eye mask in the next box. I don't need them. I really do not bloody need them. Anyway, I just want to check what this mask does. Interesting. Right, okay, so inside of here, see if you can see, but like, there's a little mask here. I just want to see if you can see that. There's a little mask in here in the middle. That's what should have been in here. not this. So have they made a mistake and given me the wrong thing? Because that should have been, that's from a brand called Mud Masky, but this is Generation Clay, and this is meant to be a gel-based, oil-free, ultra-calming formula. So, but this is a, look at my face. This is a clay mask, and it says apply thin layer onto your cleansed face in the morning and leave it on during the day to work its magic. I can't leave this on during the day. They've definitely sent me the wrong thing here, which is very, very weird. Well, hopefully they do that next week, next month, and don't send me a bloody eye mask, because I don't want a friggin' eye mask. But yeah, so I don't even know what that's meant to do. I think it's just meant to brighten your skin. I'm gonna leave this to sit on for 10 minutes. Like, this is... I come back before I've washed it off just to see what this actually looks like on my face when it's dry. This feels very tight already, and I quite like it. I like the feeling of that. So yeah, I'm gonna let the hair mask sit in, and also my face stuff just sit. And I'll be back with you in like, I don't know, a couple of seconds. Try and do some movie editing. Be back with you now. I'm not gonna remember to do that transition later on. If I didn't remember to do that transition later on, I'm gonna put this full bit in here. Okay, so the mask has been on for about 10 minutes now. My face is just like, I can't really open my mouth that well and talk that well because my skin is so restricted. But yeah, it dried down very, very quickly actually, and it dried up in like 5 minutes, so it was fine. I love when my skin feels like this though, because it feels like it should be really hard. I've got a bit of a lisp because I can't talk properly. It feels like it should be really hard, but when you press in, it just feels really soft and squishy, and I love that. I don't know why, I'm a bit of a weirdo, but I just love it. Oh. I don't know, I like clay masks because of this, and I think it's quite cool, so I'm gonna go wash this off, wash my hair. I'm gonna dry my hair as well because I don't want to sit here all the video with wet hair. So I'm gonna dry my hair too, and then I'll be right back with you to move on with the rest of the video. Yeah. Okay, so I've washed the face mask off, put a bit of makeup on as well, washed and mostly dried my hair. I just couldn't be arsed waiting for the ends to get properly dry. But to be honest, it does feel quite nice. Like, it feels quite soft. And brushing through the ends were a lot easier, even though my hair is like still kind of dry, no, kind of wet. It's not like wet, it's just kind of a bit damp. But yeah, it was like significantly less tangled. You can't really tell by like shine or anything like that. But yeah, it actually does feel quite nice. If my contour looks as bad as what I think it does, that is because for my husband's Halloween costume, he required me to bronze up his face completely because he was trying to match his face to the colour of cardboard, and I forgot about that. So even though I've just cleaned my brushes, I didn't clean the brown out of my contour brush, so this side actually looks a lot worse. But it doesn't look like that in person. Like, trust me, it doesn't look that bad. But I put it on this side first, and it was like a brown line, like just straight up brown. So I had to put foundation and concealer and stuff over top of it. So yeah, it's not the best looking base today, but just that looks quite bad. Can I fix that, or is there any point? There's not much point in me fixing it, is there? I'm not gonna bother fixing it because it doesn't matter. But yeah, so that's the face mask and the hair done. Honestly, I quite like this argan oil stuff. It depends on how it kind of feels throughout the week because I only tend to wash my hair maybe twice a week, like maybe. Before I washed my hair today, I hadn't washed it in literally over a week, so yeah, I need to see if it like leaves any more residue, if it makes my hair feel a bit more greasy throughout the week, like more greasy than usual, because I find with some products they can be quite heavy, especially ones that you just rinse out and not wash out. I find that they can sometimes be a bit too like thick, but my hair feels quite nice at the moment, especially like kind of in middle areas. Like, I mainly focus it down here, but like along everywhere it kind of feels quite nice. And yeah, and that's considering I didn't condition my hair. Usually I would condition my hair. I'd condition my hair and then I'd put a hair mask in a bit later on. So the fact that I haven't actually conditioned my hair and it still feels this nice, I'm quite surprised, and I will be using that again. And if I really like it, I might go on and repurchase it and maybe just store it in like a tub or in like an old shampoo bottle or something like that, and that way it's easier to store. But yeah, so far I'm quite liking the way that this makes my hair look and feel. So that's a good one. The only thing left to test is the brush and the makeup palette. I can't talk today, I'm very tired. I don't know why the last few weeks last few days really, I've been so tired all the time. But yeah, so I've got the eyeshadow palette just there and the brush. So it's very like autumnal look. I definitely want to try the black. I might try and do like a smoky winged liner with that. I'm not sure. I want to actually swatch these shimmers first though. Just want to see what I'm working with and then I can decide what colour I want to go for. The only thing though with this palette is like, yeah, you've got kind of this pale like shade there, like the pale pink shade for like just general blending and stuff. You've got like a pink shimmer with orangey, warm like transition shades, so I don't really know how well that would go with any of the colours that's in this palette, but you never know. So you've got amber, citrine, and rose quartz. Not the best swatches, but you can kind of see, ignore my face, you can kind of see like these shades here. They are very pigmented, that swatched very easily. The gold is really nice, the copper is really nice, and the pink is really nice. I kind of thought you might be able to use the pink as like an inner corner highlight, but not on my skin tone. It is very dark. If you have it in the light, it looks a lot lighter, obviously. But yeah, just in general, it's quite dark. So won't be able to use that, I don't think, for my crease highlight. I really can't speak today. Just gonna put on a bit of eye primer. I'm just gonna do one eye for now and then do another eye later on just to finish up at the end. So I know this is meant to be a blending brush, but I want to see how it does with packing shades on. So I'm going to go in with the orangey shade Argonite, just there, just the kind of regular one. There's not really a much variation you can do with this eyeshadow palette, but you're probably going to end up doing the same looks consistently with this. So if you wanted just a small palette for like same kind of colours, that should be fine. There's a lot of product on this brush and there's a little bit of kickback in the pan. A lot of stuff came off there. I'm just going to put this into my outer corner. That's actually quite pigmented. Probably in the way, but like, it's quite pigmented actually, and that's with me tapping a lot of the excess off. But that's like really nice. These blend out quite nicely as well, but I don't like this brush too much. It feels quite stiff and a bit scratchy. So I'm not a huge fan of the brush at the moment. It's gonna like wing this out as per usual for me, let's be honest. Yeah, this is meant to be a blending brush, but honestly, I like it for packing and colours because it fits quite nicely in there and it feels like stiff enough to put like pack colours and hold colours. When you go to blend it out, it just feels very scratchy and not flexible at all. And it's like, I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but when it's this way, it's quite wide, and if you do it this way, it's quite thin. I feel like for a blending brush, you kind of want it to be like quite rounded. I'm going to use a bit of Sunstone, which is the more pinky light shade, and just blend that out slightly. But that's probably not going to do anything, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think that did anything, but that's expected. It's a light colour. It does have like a bit of pigment to it when I swatch it, but as soon as you kind of blend it out, it's definitely one made for blending. I'm going to go in with Tiger's Eye, which is the dark brown. Yeah, I don't think I like this brush, which is a shame. I had high hopes for this because it's a Spectrum brush, but I don't think I like it at all. I'm going to bring that dark brown through my lower lash line as well. I'm trying to use the same brush for my full eye, just like obviously because there's one brush in here, and like I just want to see where I'd prefer to use it. And but my other eye, I'm going to use my other brushes just to kind of compare kind of how I feel about it. Okay, and I'm just going to put some more of the orange as well in my lower lash line just to kind of match it together. That orange is a nice orange. I don't think I have like a neutral, like muted orange, like a dark burnt orange in any of my other palettes. So I'm quite glad that I do have that now because, you know, I have like bright colours but not necessarily any... God, I look like a mess. Not necessarily any like oranges like this. I'm going to put more of this through my crease up here because I feel like it's just very bottom heavy right now. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of the black, like literally the tiniest bit just on my outer corner to deepen that up, and I think I'm going to try and do like a black smoky liner. That is a pigmented black. I don't know how well you can tell that that's come straight out. That's like really nice black actually. I want to swatch that. Look at that on my finger. And then that is a very pigmented black. That is quite nice. I need to be very, very careful with this then on my eyes. Okay, and then just before I do the black liner, I'm just going to do a bit of shimmer. And I think I'm going to go in with Citrine in like, that's the more goldy one, kind of all over my eyelid. And if I need it, I might blend in a bit of amber, or just a more coppery one, kind of in the center. I'm using a brush for this, and typically shimmers are better with your finger. That's actually quite nice applying that with a brush. You know, I'm gonna try a finger just to see. That is a really nice gold. It's not the nicest gold I've ever tried. In the Soph Extra Spice Revolution palette, there's a really nice gold, which is like quite a yellowy gold, but this is still quite a nice one. Yeah, I think that's just a bit too yellowy to go with this orange, so I'm gonna use a little bit of that amber shade And I'm just going to leave this on my brush. I'm just going to do that over in this part just to kind of blend it in a little bit more. And I'm going to take amber underneath my lash line as well, just a little bit. And then in my inner corner, I'm going to take Salente. No idea what this means. This is just like a matte white, and I'm just going to use it as like a matte inner corner and brow bone highlight. That's a nice white. That's quite a bright white. I don't typically go for matte highlights, but that's quite a nice colour. Just going to take a bit more of the brown and the orange together, just mix them slightly and just blend these shimmers back in. Otherwise it just looks a little bit odd. And now I'm going to try using a eyebrow brush to do like a smoky black wing with the black eyeshadow. I don't have any other brushes to do this, so my eyebrow brush, I couldn't say eyebrow brush I'll have to do. Got a bit of fallout from the black, but I'm not surprised at that, and I'm not really gonna, you know, so take note of that because I have just like packed on a load of stuff on a really short bristle brush. I'm not gonna do a big wing, I'm just gonna do like a short fat wing. You know what? Let me just brush off that fallout. Oh, I didn't powder today because I'm not going anywhere. I didn't expect. Oh. I'm not going anywhere, so I didn't really think I'd need to powder because I didn't really care if my foundation lasted that long. Turns out I should have, because can you see that black smudge? Let me try and fix that. This is not going to plan. Not going to plan. Okay, that's probably about as good as I can get it fixed. If I have to do this on the other side, at least it will match and look terrible on each side. But right, anyway, that is like the black eyeshadow as a liner, and honestly that's quite nice. I'm just gonna slightly blend it out a little bit. But that is like a really, really black eyeshadow, and I really like that. Probably one of the blackest eyeshadows that I've actually got, to be honest. I mean, the one on my Soph palette is like black, but this is very black. Right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do my other eye on camera and put on some mascara, and I'll be right back to show you like both eyes and the finished look. Okay, so that is both eyes done. This one was done using my regular brushes, and I did use the Spectrum brush just to help blend out a little bit. And this eye was done completely with the Spectrum brush. The liner on this eye didn't go that well. I'm aware of that. It looks a little bit like blunt. It's not a very sharp wing, but I don't typically use eyeshadows to do liner, so forgive me for that one. But you know what? I actually really like it. I like both sides really, really nicely. I think the brush I've kind of changed my opinion on. I think it is nice. I think it maybe just needs a bit of like, I don't know, breaking in. Like it just feels a bit stiff and a bit rough. So I might even, this might come as a shock from the last video, but I might even wash it to see if that like softens it a little bit. But yeah, so I actually really like the eyeshadow. I'll do a little close up because I can do this now. But here is a close up of the eyeshadow. Look at me actually being able to do this now. Yeah, so I do quite like it. Hello. The black didn't fall out on this side again, so like it was just me going in too harshly, and I kind of realised that anyway. But yeah, to be fair, this eyeshadow palette definitely saved the box. I mean, 3 face masks, a brush, and an eyeshadow palette. This is going to be the start of the show. I wish there was chocolate in this one because there's been chocolate in the last 2, and honestly, I could go for some chocolate right now. But yeah, this palette I definitely will be getting a lot of use out of. I wish though, my one kind of complaint with it is that this is pink toned, the shimmer one here, Rose Quartz, it's pink toned, and I don't really understand why they do a pink toned colour in an otherwise orange autumnal palette. I wish that was just like a lighter, maybe like a champagne shimmer, and that way it would be like, it would make a bit more sense because there's no actual pink shades in here apart from this one, which is like still arguably like a peachy tan. So I don't really understand why there's a pink in there. If it was like a little bit of a lighter like champagne colour, I think that would have been really nice. But this is a nice palette. I love the look of it. I honestly think it's stunning to look at. But yeah, so that's everything in the box. Let's just go through the prices very quickly. I won't be able to do the price for the mud mask because obviously I got the wrong one, so that's a bit strange. So the LA Splash palette is £29, which now that I'm thinking about it, £29 for 8 shades. The Nikki Tutorials palette was £30 and that had a lot more shades. The Soph Extra Spice palette has 14 shades. More shades than 8 anyway, like a lot more shades than 8 shades. No, that's definitely got way more. I don't even know how many it's got, like 20 shades maybe, and that's £10. So I think £29 for 8 shades is quite expensive. It is a nice palette, but just based on the price, I don't really think I'll be buying more from LA Splash unless it's like, unless this is more expensive because it's like a limited edition, which, okay, I'm just gonna have a look at what they do. Spectrum brush, that's originally $7.99, so quite typical for a brush, to be fair. A little bit expensive, but all brushes are, and that's why I buy my brushes off eBay and MUA, because I do cheap brushes. The face mask, this one is $2.49, so very, very cheap, and you know, it's one of those ones I think you just pick up at like Asda and put on to have a spa day. The mud mask you're meant to be getting, that's originally £35. Wait, the original, the one that you're meant to be getting, the one I showed earlier in the leaflet, that's only 40ml. How much is this? This is 50ml. So you get less than this for a mask, and it's £35. I'm glad I didn't get to try that out because that's just too expensive. That's so expensive, genuinely. Anyway, and the hair mask, the Argan Oil one, is only £2, so I will be buying that again. Like, that is very nice. My hair is like fully dried now, and you can't tell like any extra shine really. Oh, can you? Yeah, kinda. This just looks so dull anyway because of the colour, but like, I will be buying that again because that's very, very nice. But yeah, so that is everything from today's box. It's definitely good value for money, and honestly, I actually quite liked it. There was no eye creams, but next month there is an eye cream. But yeah, so that is everything from me today. Here is today's comment shout out. I do just want to quickly add in, I'm sorry for missing the last 2 uploads. I missed Wednesday's video and the TBT this week. I just haven't been in the mood to film, honestly, and I'm a bit uninspired, so if you have anything that you want me to do, you want to see on my channel, please leave me a comment below just to let me know what it is, because I'm really struggling with content and I've lost my little book that I used to write like my ideas down in. I've showed it before on this channel and I have no idea where it is. It's probably underneath all the crap in my bedroom, but I can't be bothered to clean that either, so I've been very uninspired. So if you have any ideas, please leave me a comment below and I'll most likely get around to doing them at some point, because I have nothing else that I can think of right now to do. So I'm sorry about that. But yeah, anyway, that is it from me, guys. So if you like this video, please leave me a like. Please leave me a comment below. Let me know what you want to see on this channel. And yeah, if you want to stick around and see my journey on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.